Hello and welcome to Factorio. My name is Doblo Dobsy and I'm going to be doing a quick let's play here to show you guys what Factorio is all about. I have fallen in love with this game. I think it's utterly glorious in every way, shape or form. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's issues somewhere, but I haven't found them yet. So let's get into it. We'll hit play. I'll probably give you, I'll show you quickly just a brand new game. Show how you start out. We're going to leave all this as normal. Just going to hit generate. Yeah, just from the get-go, show you what it's all about. Go away, tips and tricks. So this is Factorio Free Play. Your task is to launch a rocket to explore space. Do this by constructing a rocket silo and launching a rocket with a satellite. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. Tab. Okay. So Factorio is a game all about building factories. But unlike other sort of management buildy kind of games, it's not a God's. You don't really have a God's eye perspective. Well, you do have a God's eye perspective, but you are actually in control of a little guy. Look at him. Look at him run around like so. Isn't he awesome? Isn't that a kick-ass sprite? That's glorious. His run animation, everything about this, I'm already massively in love with. So, first order of business. So yes, as I was saying, this is a game about manufacturing things. And as that little orange window there said, it's all about, this particular mode is all about researching and building enough things so that you can launch a rocket into space. And you do that with lots of little factories, lots of conveyor belts, and lots of cute little inserter robot arms, which we will show you very shortly. So the first order of business is to go about mining some resources. And usually a good resource to start with is iron. Iron is very useful. You can turn it into, smelt it into iron plates. And with those iron plates, you can build a heck of a lot of different things. But we will also probably need some wood, and we will definitely be needing some coal for fueling a lot of our machines. We will most certainly be needing some stone in order to build furnaces. And over here you can see some copper ore, and that's also useful for crafting a lot of different items. So, where shall we start? First of all, we go into our inventory. I am going to build myself a little iron axe. That's a good place to start. It just popped up in my little toolbar down here, and now I can start hacking away at some of these resources. I'm going to grab myself a bit of coal. Manually mining things does take some time. That's why the emphasis is on using machines to do your bidding. Grab a bit of wood from there. Okay. Right, and probably what I'm going to do first is gives you a couple of things to start off with. You get a mining drill. This one is a burner mining drill. It is one that runs on coal. But later on you'll see a different kind of mining drill which is powered by electricity, which is a much more efficient design. But this one will do for now, considering we don't have any power generation to speak of. Let's rotate that around like that. And we'll just stick that there for now. There we go. You can see it has no fuel. But I will put some coal in it. And off it goes. Mining away as it goes. But it's stopped. And that's because its output has been filled up. So what we are going to do is we are going to build a wooden box like so. Put that there, and now it'll just mine away all of the iron ore and fill up the box with that lovely mineral. So while that's going like that, we will build a furnace. And we will plonk this here for now. And we're also going to need some more coal for that as well, eventually. So I'm going to mine some coal. A little bit more coal. To be fair, wood is a pretty good early fuel. But there doesn't appear to be an awful lot of that about. Well, there's some over here. I'll go and grab that too. It's easier to mine. It's easier to gather. It doesn't take quite so long to gather manually. And actually there is no automated way of gathering wood. I don't think so anyway. Not that I've come across. So we're going to plonk that coal in there. Whoops. And we're going to grab this. And then we're going to jam that in there. And that is going to start making us forged iron plate. Lovely. Now, I need some rock. So, in order to build some more furnaces, one of these. So I'm going to mine some more stone. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to use it to build a furnace. I'm going to use it to build a burner mining drill, because what I want is a steady supply of coal to fuel my various machines. So we grab the iron plate that we just smelted out of there. Now we've got enough for a burner mining drill. And there we go. Build one of those, plonk that down there. We will build another box, put all the coal in, stick that down there. Have we got any fuel? I'll just stick some wood in it for now. Off it goes. Mine a little bit more coal manually. There we go. 5 units of coal, that'll do. That'll run out of wood soon. And then we can fill that up with coal, which it is already mining. Our iron ore miner has run out of fuel. I'll restock that for now. Grab all of that iron. There we go. We're starting to get some resources together. What can we make? So these are the inserters. And these are conveyor belts. And these play a really big part of your automation system. And we are going to start building some of that very shortly. But not only do we need iron, not only do we need coal, but we are going to need copper as well, because copper is used in building electronics. So we're going to have to mine some of that pretty shortly. But I think first of all, what I want to start doing is automating our iron production. And to do that, we're going to need a lot of coal. And a lot of iron ore. And a lot of stone, actually. So let's see how much iron ore coal we made in here. A little bit. That's good. I'm going to put about half of that in here. Set that running again. I'm going to get a bit more stone, because we're going to need that for more furnaces. And then I'm going to build another furnace here. There we go. That's that done. Then what I'm going to do is, once I've jammed that in there, actually take half of that out, put the other half in here. Got 2 going at the same time. Build some transporter belts. Have this iron that's been going here. Build some more transporter belts. I'm just going to jam that in there for now. That's got a... We're going to need some more coal in there. Other than that, things are going very nicely. We've got a decent amount of iron plates there. Build a couple of burner inserters. Now, these are inserters that are powered by coal or any other kind of burnable fuel. And... we don't need electricity yet to run those. I'm going to pick up this box. And then we've got this going on, like so. Actually, that's not on the right side. So you will notice that the iron ore goes on a specific side. There are two sides to the conveyor belt, and that is very important to manage which side your resources go on a conveyor belt. Very important indeed. Because as you'll see in a second, I'm going to build a big old long conveyor belt with this coal all the way from here. It's going to drive all the way up here and insert the coal on this side. And that's going to be important in order to automate the entire process. We also need to keep that running. How much coal have we got left? 19. Right, I'm going to build these here as well. Jam some coal in these guys. As you can see, this little inserter is away there building inserting that coal and that iron ore. Not the coal, we haven't got that yet, but the iron ore into that furnace there. But what we need is more iron plate so that we can start building more conveyor belts. And there you go, you see it building down there. We'll have that shortly. There we go. Now you will see the coal inbound and enter on the right hand side of that conveyor belt, which is perfect. It's the right side. I'm going to nick a bit of this coal, jam it back in this machine over here. There we go, off it goes. In fact, you know what I could do? I bring this around here. Nope, can't do that. Let's just leave that running like that. I'm going to have to manually refill these. I could set up some kind of a system where the coal goes past here, and then I get an inserter that inserts the coal into the machine and just keep it running whenever it needs it. But I think that's a lot of effort for not an awful lot of gain at the moment. But what I am going to do is mine some more stone. Because I need a lot more furnaces. What I will probably do... yep, so we've got that. I need more iron. There we go. Another one of those. We're going to have another iron ore mine. Like so. coal building up. And nick some more of that. Jam it in there. There we go. Plenty of iron ore coming through. Well, I wouldn't say plenty, because it's never plenty. You always need more. This is a game of all the more things. So this is some very basic automation going on here. At the moment, the materials are just being stored in the furnaces as they go through. But we could set up a system where inserters take out the produced iron, jam that on a conveyor belt, and send that out in a different direction. Uh-oh. Now these are the natives. And they're not too happy that you're here. And they will attack you on a regular basis. So you have to set up a system where you can defend yourself. And we'll go into a bit more of that later. But I think now you got the gist of it from the early beginnings. I'm going to load up a different game. And you are going to see something a little bit more advanced. So I'm going to save this as free mode 2. And then we're going to load my other free mode game, which again isn't terribly advanced, but it's a bit further along. So as you can see here, things are a little bit more automated. We've got some mines here chucking out iron ore. We've got furnaces here which are busy smelting the iron ore into iron plates, which travel along here and is picked up by these factories. This one is creating ammunition, and we have a big box of that here. This one is creating cogs, so is this one, and this one is creating transporter belts for me, because you can never have too many transporter belts. We currently got quite a lot of cogs at the moment, which are all being used to help manufacture these little red laboratory sort of they're kind of like those glass test tubey kind of things. I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, you manufacture those, which then get scooped up by your laboratories, which help you research things. I'm currently only working on red ones at the moment, but there are 4 different types. So it's red, green, blue, and purple. And they all require increasingly more complicated things to be constructed. At the moment, the red ones just require gears and copper plate. So that's what I'm supplying with them. And my excess is being put away by this cute little super fast inserter here. I've already almost got a full box of copper plate. I'm still rocking with the burner coal mine over here because I don't have very much coal at the moment, and I wanted to split my sources between coal going this direction and coal going this direction. Plus, I'm not needing a heck of a lot of coal at the moment. But one source is being supplied to my power station, which is these 4 boilers here, which is heating the water. Oh, I'll go back to that in a minute. Which is heating the water, which is being sucked up from the lake here, heated up here, and pumped into these steam engines, like that. And that is powering some of my electrical equipment, like this radar, for example. The research stations, the factories, they run on electricity as well. And these mining rigs as well are all electrically powered. I'm not completely electrified in this particular game. There are a lot of things are still running on coal in this direction over here, including my 2 copper mines, and even these inserters here are currently all coal powered. But as you can see, that's working reasonably nicely. But yeah, this one is still quite an early stage in the game. I've probably been playing this one for 2 or 3 hours maybe. And as you can see, I have some gun turrets set up here. And my factory is producing ammunition for those. And they are defending me from the native species which live on this planet and are pretty unhappy with you being here. And they regularly send these sort of insecty, cockroachy creatures to try and destroy you and all of your things. Here's some dead ones. Yeah, they're not very pleasant. So, this is a little bit further on. I think we shall load up another game to show you a little bit further on in the world, in the advancement. So we'll save that one. Free mode 1. And this is from the campaign. So spoilers. If you want to play through the campaign, probably stop watching now, because I'm going to be going into one of the later levels in the campaign. But here is a slightly more advanced setup. Actually, this is a point in the game. I've only just started this level at this point, so there isn't an awful lot going on. I'm going to repair this quickly. I'm going to need that. There we go. How many of those repair kits have I got? Wow, a lot. Cool, that's good. But the whole point of this one here is to research oil processing. You get some objectives that you have to do in the campaign. It's not just one big overarching goal. There's like places to get to. Oh, here's my solar power plant. Look at that. It's all full of delicious power. But we have quite an efficient system going already. Lots of iron being manufactured. Lots of copper plate being manufactured. And we're even turning some of those... some of that iron and some of that copper into circuit boards, which are being placed in this box here. We have a lot of those already. But what we need to do is start researching new stuff. So we already have some labs. So I'm probably going to start placing those down. I'm going to place them down. Actually, let's have a look and see what we need to research. We're going to need the green ones, which take a little bit more effort to make. Everything we're just going to require green that we need to do. So we might as well set up for building that. We have circuit boards being made. But we don't have gears being made. So we're going to need those. We've got this iron plate here. So what we will probably do... And this is where the sort of puzzle elements of this game come in. Because you've got to think about this as being as efficient as it possibly can be. And it often ends up just looking like madness to anybody else. But you kind of end up coming up with your own solutions for things. That just... You wouldn't even think of. You kind of just learn it by doing, in a way, and solve problems as they come to you. Which is cool. I like that. I like that about this game a lot. It's very free in that sense. It just gives you a bunch of tools and says, there you go, off you go. Go and make some things. So, I'm going to need cogs. So, I'm going to place that there. I am going to create some just regular old conveyor belts, because we don't need the super fast ones at the moment. We're going to bring that along here, like this. Also going to bring this along here, like this. And then we're going to need one of these long arm ones, which is going to grab the iron from here, put it in the factory and turn them into cogs. Then we are going to want one of these guys, which is a slightly more advanced manufacturing facility, which allows you to manufacture more items which require more than 2 ingredients. We're going to have him manufacturing inserters. And inserters require circuit boards, iron plate, and iron gear wheels. So if we bring all of this along here, like this, and then have the cogs that are spat out come along here, like this. There we go. Have an inserter there. And a bigger inserter there. What we can do, hopefully, is start manufacturing these inserters once we get power to everything. Let's give that a go. So he's manufacturing that. You need to manufacture cogs. You need to stop what you're doing, son. And I think you also need to stop what you're doing, because we're going to need the iron over there. That's going to be important. Oh, we have fucked up already. We need another inserter here. There we go. Right. So now he is going to be manufacturing inserters. Now what else we're going to do is we're going to have a separate system that spits out the inserters over here. We need more power for that. A lot of this stuff is going to be super messy. You're going to really dislike a lot of the way I do things, most probably. But yeah. I am not the cleanest of factory builders. I'm not going to lie. I tend to muddle my way through. You're going to come up here like this. Actually, no. Not like that. We're going to have another factory churning out the conveyor belts, because that's another part of our ingredient that we're going to need for building those little green research things. Like this. Oh, wrong way. He wants to be taking in, and you want to be taking in as well. Bring that along there like this. Oh, that was bad. There we go. Sorry if I'm not talking too much. There we go. Right. That's doing that. We need power. Power the whole thing. There we go. And he is making those little doodads. Now, if we build one of these, you can be making green ones, and you can be making... Aha! So what we should do... Okay. That's going to come along there. And then this is going to come along here. Oh, we're out of those. Oh, that is a pity. Oh, I'm going to fire. Better go and check on that. Oh, guns are out of ammunition. That's not good. Just top them up again. There you go. We're going to have to start manufacturing ammunition pretty shortly. But I really do want to get my research on the way. Oh, I need a lot more iron. Well, iron is not something we're short of. Right, this sucker is going to be making green. Sorry, not green. That's wrong. Red. This sucker is making green. And he's going to do that by doing this. That's going to go there like that. You're going to come along here like this. God, this is going to be inefficient. This is going to be horrendously inefficient. Oh. People would be just laughing at my idiocy. But do I care? No, because I'm having a very good time playing this game. Right. You're going to chuck stuff out there. And intake stuff here. Yes. There we go. Right, now we can start setting up our research sector, which I think might be a little bit outside of this defensive perimeter, but we can always move this stuff around. That doesn't matter too much. But we have these labs. Oh, yes, all right. Let's just do that for now. Let's build the labs first. Crikey. Actually, no. There's no gap in between. 3, 4, 5. Get some power on. Oh, that was a mistake. Power needs to go to there. Lovely. And we'll start inserting here. And there. And there. Doesn't really matter at this point where they are going. There we go. So now, as those things are manufactured, they'll run along there. Go into the research zones, and we will get research. So this is just a little taste, sorry, of what Factorio is all about. You can see from the research, okay, it goes a heck of a long way. It actually goes even further than this. This research here is limited just to this particular scenario in the campaign. But if you like this kind of thing, I think if you liked Transport Tycoon, this is the game. This is what this game reminds me of. It brings back that kind of joy of discovery and of creating efficient systems and transporting things around and manufacturing things, and watching systems grow. That is what I love about this game, and that I think is one of the reasons why I really enjoyed Transport Tycoon back in the day. I mean, I still play Transport Tycoon even to this day. I mean, Open Transport Tycoon is an open source recreation of the game that you can get for free. That is marvelous. I thoroughly recommend that. But this is probably the first game that has kindled my imagination, like Transport Tycoon did way back in 1994, I think, was when I first played Transport Tycoon, which I don't know whether it was when it came out or if it came out a bit earlier than that, but man, I think we're going to need to put that inserter back here, aren't we? Look at that. There we go. And probably another one here. Look at that. Actually, you know what? Do that and that. There we go. We don't need super fast ones at the moment. Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching. I know I haven't shown you the whole of what you can do in this game. I think that would be a mistake. I think, oh, actually, one thing I'll just show you quickly. Drivable cars. And you can build these yourself. And they've got guns on them, so you can shoot at the enemy bugs that live on this planet. In fact, let's just go and shoot at some of them now. Let's see if we can coax some of them out. Oh, God. Here they come. See if the guns work. Oh, God. Oh, God. Whoa. I was lucky. Whoa, that's a big one. He took some time to die. Look at the amount of damage he did to that gun. Holy shit. Okay, ain't good. Anyway. On that note, I think I'm going to end this for now. Maybe I'll come back and do another Let's Play of Factorio, if you guys like it. But until then, I will say goodbye. Oh, there we go. More research. Goodbye.